Hello everyone, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. As you can see here, we are in Winterholme, because the Yule Festival started today. In fact, it probably started, what time is it here, about 5 a.m.? Probably started about 2 hours ago, in fact. Let y'all know that everything is here and ready to go to participate in, get your new horses, all the other stuff. This is probably the first time I have ever been this on the spot as far as putting up a festival thing. Most of the time they've been going on for 4 or 5 or 6 days or a week or so before I get around to going, oh, hey, by the way, the festival's going on. But here you go. It's all ready to go. So dress warmly. Come out here. Eat lots of food. Go and set off fireworks. Go have snowball fights. And go rob from the rich and give to the poor. Unless you feel like running the poor off so the rich don't have to look at them. Either way you want to go, have fun. And we will see you there. In the meantime, I am going to jump back in here into Gnarlo. And we are going to continue on into Book 4, Volume 2, The Mines of Moria. So we will see you in just a few seconds here. And as Glendoran was saying, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. And this is Gnarlo. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When we left off, we are currently in the 21st hall here, because that's where I'm bound with the milestone. In Moria, that tends to be the easiest and most central location. As you see, here's the 21st hall right there in the center. So it tends to be the easiest place to get, especially among these upper zones, the upper levels. Once you get down into the flaming deeps and the waterworks and the foundations, down into the lower levels, yeah, it's not always as convenient, but it tends to be the big meeting point. And you've got all the crafting halls here, and the auction house and the vault and all the rest of it are here as well. So that's kind of what makes it the central clearinghouse. We, however, are headed down into the Silvertine Lodes. We've got to go speak to Stothwell, which means we're going to have to travel over here to the Silvertine Lodes. We can travel over there and go into the Way of Smiths, which travels up underneath here. Or we could travel over here to Nud Melek, over here to the Red Horn, and go into the Way of Smiths that way. But I think the Silvertine is the easiest way for us to get. This one, it's not hard, but it's a bit further journey, and it doesn't have the stable rides that the other way does through the more populated areas of the dwarf expedition.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Doesn't have the more noted stable rides here. So we're going to get a swift travel over to the Dolven View. From there, we'll probably just hop on our regular goat, and it's a quick ride down to the Silvertine Lodes and down to the Way of Smiths. And right here, like I said, a very, very easy fast ride. I love the swift travels. Let's bring up our goat. Of course, right here is the entranceway down past the Council of Stone. Then past the deep descent. Of course, we could have gotten a stable ride from there to the deep descent, but why? And seriously, 28 silver just to ride that far? That would have been silly. So we will come on down here into the Silvertines. I'm going to give you a quick little trip down here just in case you have forgotten where the entrance to the Way of Smiths is. It's the one, remember the great mithril axe that we were looking for, which we still haven't found yet. The Way of Smiths was the the legendary, well, I won't even say legendary. Perhaps it has become legendary, but it wasn't legendary at the time, because at the time, actually, none of these dwarves actually knew about it. It was a forge and a item that had totally and utterly been forgotten. Instead, we're going to come on down here to Mines of Moria. I think we've actually leveled up high enough. All the guards are actually gray now. Remember, you have all these guards and all, so if you're coming down here, as I like to say, level appropriate, you might have to fight a little bit, but we have actually leveled up high enough. We've actually gone past the level that Moria was designed for. Remember, the upper level at Moria was supposed to take you to 60th level. Is this the Way of Smiths? Yes, there's the Way of Smiths. It's the first landing and the first door here in Mines of Moria, sorry. And it counts as an indoor zone, so you don't get to stay on your mount when you come. And we're gonna go to I think it's the Heart of Fire, if I remember correctly. Y'all have to excuse me. I may have to pause every now and then because I do have a bit of a cold. I don't know where I got it. I went and visited my brother. Y'all remember Dwindon? He lives about a half hour's drive from me here. So I went and visited him and his kids, my niece and my two nephews. And when I did, one of the little dumplings, what are they now? See, they were born then. They're 2 months old now. 2 months old, I think so. They're either 2 or 3 months old. I'd have to take a look at their exact birthday, but one of them was a sick little dumpling. Had a little snotty nose, and I think maybe when I was holding them and feeding them and all, excuse me, I might have caught a case of whatever it was they had. So, thank you, niece. I appreciate it. Nice to know we can keep the sickness in the family. Let's talk to Stoffkale here. Work on chapter 2, Bosie's recommendation, and we are going to let him know that we're worried about Mazog and what Mazog may do if he finds out about this particular forge.
With your help, we will be ready for anything!
It is true then, this rumor that the orcs are planning some great assault on us. I was afraid it was so. I do not need Bosie's recommendations to know that you are an asset to our efforts here. Were it not for you, the Heart of Fire would still be sealed to us.
With your help, we will be ready for anything!
Chapter 3, Preparations for the Heart of Fire. My lieutenant will tell you how best to help us with the preparations, Gnarlo. I would trust Rink Stronghammer with my life. Ask him what should be done and make it so. We here in the Heart of Fire will stand against the orcs until the very end, and then if all else seems lost, we will shut the door. We will only do so at the greatest need, though. Help Rink with the preparation for our defense, and the time until we must shut the door may be long put off. Alright? Let's find Rink. Excuse me. Which one of these forges is Rink at? It must be Rink over there with the little ring over his head. Something I've always wondered, you know, I know the doors are magic, but are the walls, have they magicked up the walls as well? Because, I mean, if you knew that there was a door over there, and it was a dwarf door, and there was no way to break it down and no way to shatter it without using the magic spell that opens it, why not just walk 50 feet down the hall and start tunneling through the wall there until you tunnel around the door and then come out this way? Same thing could have been used for the doors of Durin as well. They must, I mean, it would take a long time, but what more of the orcs in this place got to do? They've got unlimited resources, unlimited manpower, and all the time in the world to dig tunnels. We've already seen quite a few of them that the orcs have done.
We can only hope that Durin's Bane sleeps deeply.
Chapter 3, Runners in the Deeps. Goblins can move quickly when they want to. Filthy creatures are not very intelligent, but they can still do a lot of damage if they coordinate their attacks. If we disrupt their ability to communicate, they may be less effective at organizing a serious attack on the Heart of Fire. Scouts have reported that goblin runners are moving through the waterworks, running and swimming and creeping and crawling. If you defeat many of these runners, they will be less able to signal the timing of their attack. The more time we have to construct barricades and other defenses, the better off we will be. Disrupting goblin communication in the waterworks will buy us this time. Okay, so it is back to the waterworks. Y'all have seen it before, and y'all are gonna see it again. In the last episode, we've spent a lot of time. In fact, we saw some of the goblin runners zipping around here and there while we were trying to find the bottom of the well that led up to the chamber of the crossroads. So that is what we are going to do now. It's back to the Silvertine and then down to the waterworks. And when we get back down there to the area of the rotting cellar, we will rejoin you. Alright, we have gotten back down here to the rotting cellar, down here in the waterworks, and right here, you see that area right in front of us where all the aqueducts come together. Remember back when we were here looking for the bottom of the well, we were seeing a lot of goblin runners in that area, circling all around that central area there and running on the pathways up underneath the water ducts. The aqueducts. So that is where we are going to travel to and see if we can't find those goblin runners there. As soon as we go splashdown here, see there has been a great cataclysm of some sort here with all these broken aqueducts. Reading by the lore pages, whenever we were here before and doing the travelogue stuff, apparently this place was all dry. All this floor here was all dry and everything, and it's only since that these aqueducts cracked and broke, like that one you see there pouring down onto the floor. That's why this great cavern here is flooded the way that it is. That it actually should be a big, dry, empty floor with all these structures built out on it. But fortunately, something seems to be draining the water away once it reaches a certain level. And it never seems to drown out the place completely. There's another broken one over there, pouring its water into the floor. But yes, fortunately, something, maybe it's the water pouring down into the lower deeps, you know, over at the Bow Maw or something like that. That would be a idea of why the place never seems to flood entirely. Definitely has something going on that continues draining, emptying out the surplus. Alright, so let's see. We can find some of these goblin runners. Oops, I see one dancing around over there right now. Other side of this salamander here. Yep, that's one right there. Once he gets close enough, we're going to distract him. There we go. See if we can take him without drawing that turtle's attention. Unfortunately, once again, I'm having to play this when it's daylight outside, so I'm not able to turn on my... Not really able to turn on my personal light, but yeah, you gotta play when you got the chance to play. Alright, let's see here. We are gonna keep looking for goblin runners. As I said, usually they're all along these walkways here. You can find quite a few of them. Oop, I think I just saw another one. Yep, there's another. Once he gets closer, let's see if we can distract him. Oh, a little too far away. Here we go. Distract. There, that froze him in spot. Nice to have a little bit of a crowd control ability like that. Even if it is only one character, you can make him stop generally kind of where you want him. There we go. That is 2 goblin runners. And we're going to keep looking. We should be able to find 3 more around this area. I'll bet there's one over there. And there might be some up top here, up there running around that part. I'm going to take a quick look up there just to be sure. And who knows, that might be another travelogue part. We might have to make an entry for this one as well. Gabil Moons. Nope, we won't have to make an entrance for it because it doesn't come up with "you have discovered." But I did see another runner right around the corner. There he is. There he is. Let's find his weakness. Let's freeze him in place. I guess let's take on that Deep Salamander 2 while we're at it, perhaps. Ah, no. We don't have to take him on after all. And down he goes. Alright. 3. Gotta find 2 more. As I said, they are all about this place. They shouldn't be too difficult to find. And once we get the other 2, we will head back over to the Rotten Cellar and make our way back up. See, there's another one. So we will see in a little bit. Alright, there you go. We've taken out 5 runners, so we need to go back to Rink Stronghammer. Before we do that, there was another one running around right over there. So yeah, up here is a good place to find the runners. Let me see exactly where we are. Right in that central pillar there. Just circling that, it's a good place to find. We got another mustering horn here, which makes me think that this is some kind of a dungeon, perhaps. Yep. Hulwin Nefek. You must have completed the quest Spider Leg Prisms. So, I don't know if that's an instance that you end up going into or what, but it certainly looks like it, seeing as there's a mustering horn there for you to draw aid and all. In the meantime, excuse me, we are going to make our way back around the central pillar here, and then head back on up to the Rotten Cellar, and then back on up through the Silvertines and everything, and go back over to Rink Stronghammer in the Heart of Fire, and we will see you when we arrive back over there. We have made it back into the Heart of Fire here. Let's go over here and let's talk to Rink. Let him know we have thinned out the numbers of the goblin runners there. See what else he might have.
I am not sure
us.
Khazad-dûm can be restored. The orcs have surely ruined it.
Good work. The goblins are surely in disarray and will find it difficult to mount an effective attack for some time. Alright, so let's finish that one now. Yay. Let's go over here and talk to Southkill again. So we finished preparation for Rink. How much you want to bet there'll be someone right over there that we have to do something for now? I vaguely remember this particular chain of quests.
We will stand long at the Heart of Fire.
I have already heard what you have done here. Excellent work in assisting with the preparations for our defense. You have my thanks, even though I start to wonder if the orcs will even dare to attack us. Ooh, that always makes me wonder if I click on finish now, are we going to get attacked? Let's see what we have. Strong Hammer's Earring, Waffy's Ring, and Rink's Bracelet. Will, Fate, Morale. Waffy's Ring, which is Might, Vitality, Resistance, Parry. Rink's Bracelet, Might, Agility, Vitality. There we go. There's some things we actually use. Only problem is we got Elikor and Golakor. Tell you what, we will come back to make that decision. And, hell.
We will stand long at the heart of fire.
Definitely wanted to at least look at that. Ooh. They're all just so minimal. It's like most of jewelry. Most jewelry is always such minimal upgrades there. I don't want to trade away my agility. We'll go with this one, maybe. We might trade Broin's Ring for Waffy's Ring. There we go. Chapter 4. Hasten to the 21st Hall. The Heart of Fire is now ready for war, Gnarlo. We have begun making high-quality equipment for the defenders and strong barricades to help our position, and we owe much to your great assistance. But we absolutely cannot lose the 21st Hall. You must return to Broger in the Chamber leadership and render him equal assistance. The orcs will surely be caught off guard by our excellent defenses. I'll wager they are confident that they will be caught unawares. Well, I was going to stop there because my throat is starting to go again, but we've got a map to the 21st Hall, so we can at least go and tell Broger that things are ready here. And we will see you in just a few. Well, that was a very quick ride. Alrighty. Let's zoom right on over here to the Chamber of Leadership. I was wondering whether or not we would see it again. Apparently we shall. We aren't through with Broger and Borean here yet. Pop right inside right quick. And let's go and tell Broger that the Chamber, the Heart of Fire and the Way of Smiths will be prepared.
Tired of this constant defense! Let us bring the fight to our enemies!
You return to us in time to help us prepare the defenses, and not just the defenses, for I will not sit here in idleness while the orcs make their own preparations. We must harry them even as we make ready to defend Zelemelek.
We may not have much time, so go with haste!
Alright, we've got to go reforge our burglar's tools. It has hit level 20, so it needs to be reforged. So a good time to be returning to the 21st Hall. Chapter 5, Into the Fire. Our defenses will be ready by the time the orcs attack, but I would feel far more secure if we had more barricades. It is clear that Stothkel and the craftsmen in the Heart of Fire have their hands full making enough for their own defense. We cannot burden them any further. Nay, we will need to gather iron bars and wooden slats for the construction of our own barricades. Look for these items in the flaming deeps and harass the orcs of Goshhai while you do. All right. So there we go. We are going to have to go down to the flaming deeps and look for iron bars and wooden slats. So we'll be going down shortly and gathering up these items and exploring a whole new zone. Let's pull up the map. Can I get the map? No, I can't get the map in here. I have to remember that. So there you go. That's what we will be doing next time. Like I said, I think this one's a little shorter than usual, but I am quickly losing my voice again and had to pause several times to have coughing fits here. So we will see you next time whenever I am off work and whenever, hopefully, this cold has gotten a little better and my throat feels a little better as well. Although I have to say it is giving me that sexy, deep, very, very white voice. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. You'll never find another gnome like mine.